Era como ya habíamos entrado, pero yo, ¿qué sigue, no? O sea, como que aquí nos enseñan. Esto iba así, día cero. Entonces yo me fui a México y una chava me dijo, búscalo a él, que él te diga cómo hacer el negocio. Me fui a comer con él y bueno, yo así haciendo apuntes como loca. De hecho, acabo de encontrar la libreta hace poquito, hace 2 años, así, apuntes de que cómo se hacía esto, para poder venirle a enseñar a las personas. Y él aún así sigue viniendo después de hace 2 años a ayudarnos aquí, a platicarnos cuál es su historia y cómo le ha hecho. Él está dentro de los top millonarios dentro de Enero, millonario. O sea, hay un club de millonarios, hay como 38. Él está dentro de ese club, o sea que realmente le ha ido muy bien con este negocio. Les voy a contar un poquito cuál es su historia y cómo le ha hecho, cómo él, de tener un negocio muy exitoso, tradicional, empezó a hacer medium y en este negocio le ha ido muchísimo mejor que su negocio tradicional. Entonces démosle un fuerte aplauso a Don Wilkinson, director nacional de Bueno, vamos a intentar traducir acá. Jacobo le va a traducir, entonces los que están en inglés lo pueden ver.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hola a todos, buenas noches.
Great group. Look at this. It's amazing. All the leaders, congratulations. Chalene, did I say this right? Yeah. My heart's been like, oh.
Gran grupo,
Yeah.
lleno de líderes.
I mean, I could go through the room. There's all the different groups, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to forget, mispronounce, or forget somebody.
Sí, no quiero mencionar a todos, no quiero mencionarlos porque creo
But
que eso puede
everybody
pasar.
lined up here is exhibiting an example of leadership by going out and doing the business to release the license.
Todas las personas que estuvieron alineadas aquí y que presentaron su testimonio son testimonios de grandes líderes que se han llevado su Audi.
Would somebody tell me if he doesn't say what I said?
Aquí sigan si digo algo diferente.
I was just in Colombia.
Estaba en Colombia.
Don't put that in recording.
No me
I'm not
gracias,
sure I was
por
supposed to
favor.
be there. But I was in Colombia and I had meetings not quite as big, but there was a lot of people.
Tenía reuniones en Colombia, había unas reuniones no tan grandes como esta, pero fueron varias con varias
It
personas.
was 19, but it was like the guy would go on for like, I didn't say anything like this.
Y la persona que me estaba ayudando a traducir no decía nada, a veces yo y él hablaba de más.
He didn't know the business, so I knew he wasn't talking about the business.
Ni siquiera conoce el negocio, pero él hablaba como quiera.
So I go home back to the room and I'm like, what just happened?
¿Qué ha pasado? Me regresaba a casa y decía, ¿qué ha pasado?
So what I'm going to do is just tell you briefly my story, and then briefly why I'm here, and briefly what I see for the future. I'm going to try to do that in 5 minutes, 6.
Brevemente hablaré de mi historia, hablaré de por qué estoy aquí y por qué hago lo que hago.
First of all, background was publishing magazines, franchise.
Antes de esto hacía publicidad de revistas, franquicias. Okay. Me siento mejor organizado aquí.
People see magazines, or Subway, or in Colombia it's called Juan Carlos coffee places. There's places with franchise businesses.
Hacía negocio de franquicias como el Subway y en Colombia hay un negocio que lo llaman como Juan Carlos. Carlos. Juan Valdez. Okay. Juan Valdez.
It's amazing coffee, by the way.
Es un gran café, por cierto.
Right, amazing.
The best, sí.
Yeah, it really is. But it's a franchise, systemized way of moving products or services through a systemized business. That's what franchising is.
Es una franquicia que está sistematizada, que se va a través de los negocios con una manera muy específica, muy
And that's my magazine.
y es lo que eran mis revistas, en realidad.
And I started with, as a salesperson, 20 plus years later, I had owned like 8 magazines.
Sí.
Like having 8 Subways or something.
Empecé como un vendedor y terminé con un puesto muy alto.
50 employees did really well with that.
15 empleados que les iba muy bien con eso.
So basically marketing, advertising, and then it all went away in 2009.
Publicidad y marketing y todo eso es lo que vendía en la revista.
2009, vamos.
I'm sorry?
2009 it went away.
En el 2009 se quebró y se fue todo.
There's a financial world here, as you all probably know, in Monterrey.
Monterrey es una ciudad con un estilo de vida financiero muy alto.
So it probably was felt here to some degree.
Probablemente se sintió aquí de alguna u otra manera a esa gran depresión que hubo en el
But Southern
2009.
California housing market was ground zero. It was like it was bad news.
el tema de los negocios de las casas, de las ventas de casas en California se fue al suelo.
So everything I ever imagined in my life that I had put together, built, including a family that was, my wife and her kids.
Todo lo que yo había soñado y que había construido durante años en mi vida, incluyendo mi familia,
Everything just went away in a matter of like 18 months.
todo se vino abajo en 18 meses.
Right. And it was a very difficult time.
Fue un momento muy difícil de mi vida.
And I know people understand difficult times.
Creo que ustedes entienden lo que es tiempos difíciles, ¿no?
And I'm not telling you that so you feel sorry for me.
No les estoy diciendo esto como para que sientan compasión o lástima por mí.
Keep talking.
Un poquito.
But because everybody goes through challenges, financial health, relationship, life, where you find yourself in a position.
Porque siempre fueron retos financieros, familiares, estar en situaciones realmente complicadas, difíciles.
That you're in you don't know how you got there, and you don't know how to get out, and it's not a good feeling.
No sabes ni cómo llegaste y menos cómo salir, y la verdad es una situación bastante difícil.
And that's exactly where I was in May of 2009.
Es exactamente donde estaba yo en mayo del 2009.
And then I heard a success coach that was very, very well known.
Y escuché a un hombre muy exitoso que era un gran coach, muy
Best-selling
conocido,
author, best-selling author.
un autor de un libro de bestseller.
And I went and seen him speak in a meeting like this in Los Angeles in 2010.
Y lo fui a ver hablar en una reunión como esta en Los Ángeles en el año 2010.
And I thought, well, maybe he's going to offer a card and say, call this guy, he's going to get you a six-figure job or something.
Sí, creí que iba a repartir tarjetas de presentación y decir, miren, vénganse, únanse a mi equipo a trabajar y ganarán cifras de...
Just a side note about this guy I want to mention.
A este hombre del que estoy hablando,
Because it ties into what we do.
porque es realmente cercano a lo que hacemos.
This person is really well known in the financial world, real estate, multiple areas for teaching entrepreneurs how to systemize their creative instincts in a way that's going to magnify the results.
Es una persona que es muy bien conocida en el mundo de las bienes raíces y es una persona que ayuda a empresarios y emprendedores a crecer sus
Which
negocios.
is very much what we do in Nerium when it's part of our systems.
Es realmente algo parecido a lo que hacemos en Nerium. Él ya lo hacía.
But at that time, I wanted something. He goes, you can't afford me right now. Which I'm thinking, yes, I know, that's why I'm here. I want to get ideas.
Ok, en aquel tiempo me acerqué a él para recibir ideas de él.
But he said, work in your spiritual life, work in your health.
Pero trabaja, él dice que trabaja en tu salud.
And I remember driving home.
Recuerdo ir manejando de regreso a casa.
And then it was in a car that was, I was happy to have a car, but it wasn't the car I used to have. You know, it was like, it was.
Pero iba en mi coche que era el que te solía tener en aquel
And it was
entonces.
pouring rain in LA, and I remember being kind of depressed and thinking, that's not what I wanted to happen.
Y estaba lloviendo muy fuerte y recuerdo que me sentí deprimido y dije, yo, esto no es lo que yo quiero para
But
mí.
then I thought, he's right. Those are the two things I can control. That's it.
Pero dije, está bien, esas son las cosas que yo puedo controlar.
That's it. I'm gonna just go to work. And that's what I did for 2 years.
Y fue lo que hice durante 2 años,
2.5 years.
2 años y medio.
Year and
Año y medio.
Who cares?
Un año, no
a
sé.
half. Don't think about it. And then I get a phone call from Diana Archega.
Y de repente recibí una llamada de Diana Arechiga.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she tells me about this amazing opportunity that's opening up.
Y me habló de esta gran oportunidad que estaba por comenzar.
And remember, this whole 2-year period was a very difficult time. You go through challenges, self-esteem, confidence, all of that was going, it was not real good.
Y recuerdo esos 2 años que pasé de baja autoestima, de dificultades y de retos.
Because of time, I'm going quickly, but if I really got into the story, you'd understand it was not. It was a very difficult time.
Fue realmente un tiempo muy difícil para mí.
So what happened was, I remember the moment where I was. I remember stepping. The spot is still there by the Starbucks. I look at it every time I go.
Recuerdo el punto exactamente donde me paré en aquel entonces.
It was a moment in time that was a shift, a change in my life that would forever change the rest of my life, and which is why I'm here.
Es un momento de mi vida en que realmente cambió mi vida.
And I had a choice to either accept what she sent me or just reject it.
Tuve la opción de decir, acepto lo que ella me ofrece o lo rechazo.
Now I said to her, I'm probably not interested to send me the video.
Probablemente no estoy interesado, pero mándame el video.
Because I knew she used to work for me She was my ex-wife's son's girlfriend, so she was like family.
Ella trabajaba para mí, era amiga de la hija, del hijo de mi
So she
esposa.
brought up this biotech company. I thought she's not working for a biotech company. I know, you know, right?
Sí, creí que iba a trabajar para una empresa de biotecnología.
So I just said, send me the video, honey. I said, I'm probably not interested, but I'll support you.
Dice, mándame el video, probablemente no me interese, pero te apoyaré.
So she did. She sent it.
Y lo hizo, me lo envió el video.
And then it became like a few days later, she started calling. A few days later, calling. You know how that is? Some of you do, right? I was that guy.
Y después de unos días me llamó.
And eventually, I thought I got to watch this. And so I sat and watched the video called The Last Run Club, which I talk about all the time.
Y luego dije, bueno, ok, veré este video que me envió y que
Because it made so much sense to me that I don't know what else to talk about. It's just still today what drives me in terms of it drives me in terms of the understanding of the business.
Y el video era el club de la última carrera y es un video del que siempre hablo.
And I'm going to go through this really quickly, and just because they've already covered it, but it's you know.
Hablaré de esto brevemente.
But if you're here and you've not seen it, if you have business people, if you have salespeople, visionary type of people that are in business, this is a great video form. It is in Espanol.
Si estás aquí y no has visto ese video es una gran herramienta para compartirla con personas que son de negocios y que son gente que tiene éxito.
I just did this on a phone call with Patricia on the way over here with a guy in Colombia.
Solamente, acabo de hacer esto con Pati, con una persona de Colombia.
And I told him we don't send this to everybody because I don't. I selectively send it to certain people.
Y le dije, este video no se lo enviamos a cualquier persona, seleccionamos perfectamente a quién se lo vamos a enviar.
And Jeff Olson goes through 5 points.
En el que Jeff Olson va sobre 5 puntos.
Yeah, and I added a 6th recently that he doesn't know.
Y acabo de agregar un sexto.
Which I'll tell you. But he might add if he hears it.
Pero es un agregado mío.
Okay, so first of all, product, let me just talk for a second. This product, exclusivity, how anything gets copied that can be copied, all of that made sense in business because I experienced it.
Habla de producto, de exclusividad y todo lo que no se puede repetir el negocio en otro
And
lado.
that was an important thing. Then he talked about, the other thing he talked about was compensation.
Y habla también de la compensación en el video.
And you can talk about compensation, all kinds of compensation plans come into this industry.
Puedes hablar de todo tipo de planes de compensación que vienen en esta industria.
And they're confusing because people, I still don't understand our company. To this day, I don't understand.
Dice, realmente ahora ni siquiera al día de hoy lo entiendo por completo el sistema
I
de
think, well, how
compensación.
could you do this business? Well, because I just send people a video. I let them look at the
¿Cómo haces este video? Pues solamente envío a la gente este video.
But I do know this much.
Pero sé esto.
That it's structured where it's balanced, long-term, stable comp plan built for building a legacy income.
Que sé que este es un plan muy bien balanceado y estructurado para compensar a las personas que están
Because
aquí.
when I talk to networkers, which a lot of them I do, people in the industry that are doing really well or well elsewhere.
Sí, porque a veces hablo con colegas de otras de la misma industria, de otras empresas que realmente les está bien o les está yendo
And a lot of them are in
relativamente
Colombia being brought to you, in Colombia.
bien. Y me fueron presentados a muchas personas, algunas personas en Colombia que ya se dedican a esto.
And they think I'm going to talk about, you know, the big checks and all those sort of things. That's not what I talk about.
Y creen que voy a hablar de los grandes cheques y esas cosas, pero no es de lo que yo hablo.
What I talk about is the newest person and the fact that they can get free product and inventory if they do the right activity.
Y siempre les hablo de las nuevas personas, de lo que tienen que hacer para obtener su producto gratis y cómo pueden ir haciendo crecer este negocio.
And there is 6-figure month income here for sure. We have people.
Y tendremos ganancias de 6 cifras.
Yeah, if you're new, that is a month. Yeah,
Si haces esto mensual, sí.
So and there's 13 ways in between all that to get paid.
Y hay 13 formas distintas de que nos
So I'll
somos
just
pagados.
leave it at that. But the third thing he talks about is systems.
Y la tercera cosa de la que habla son de los sistemas.
And I'm listening, I'm thinking this makes sense because I know about franchising, I know about systems.
Esto me hace sentido porque yo sé de empresas y de franquicias.
In a typical franchise, if you have a big enough check you can write, you could buy a franchise.
Si tienes un cheque lo suficientemente grande puedes comprar una franquicia.
And they'll teach you a systemized way to market coffee or skincare or yogurt or whatever it is.
Y ellos te enseñarán a hacer café, yogur o lo que sea.
It's a big check.
Es un gran cheque que tienes.
And if you don't follow the rules in that world, they take your franchise and your money away.
Si no sigues las reglas, te quitan, retiran la franquicia de ti.
This might surprise some of you, not others, but I got several letters that said we might take your franchise because I didn't follow the rules.
Sí, muchas veces fue recibí cartas que me querían quitar.
It was just protocol, you know.
Solamente era un protocolo.
But they liked it because I pushed the envelope all the time. I always pushed and found ways to make it better.
Sí, porque yo siempre buscaba otras maneras de hacer las cosas.
So you have product, you have compensation, important, you have leader, you have systems.
Tienes producto, tienes compensaciones, tienes sistemas.
The last two parts of Jeff's talk about is leadership and culture. I'm talking about leadership first.
Y las otras dos cosas de las que hablé era de liderazgo y de cultura.
And leadership, I'll start this way, it's really simple. Everything rises and falls on leadership, John Maxwell says, which is a best-selling author.
Como dice John Maxwell, todo cae y sube sobre el liderazgo.
Yeah, I can tell you this, if to give you an idea, it's real simple in this area.
Para darte una idea, es muy sencillo.
If you think about what is leadership, what does that really mean?
Si tú piensas, ¿qué es exactamente el liderazgo?
Because a company, a sports team, a church, any type of organization, a school,
Una compañía, una escuela, una iglesia, cualquier tipo de organización
can have challenges, can have highs and lows. Everybody knows in every area like that happens.
puede tener retos, puede tener altas y bajas, todo el mundo sabemos eso.
And you think about a sports team maybe, or you think about...
Si piensas en un equipo de
the
deportes,
sports team is probably a good example.
los deportes puede ser un muy buen ejemplo.
Where you have an amazingly well-known coach.
Que tienes un coach muy reconocido.
He's known for values, he's known for,
Sabe de valores.
for teaching principles.
Sabe de hablar de
Right?
principios.
People know, you've heard this, right?
Si conocen algún equipo de profesional de algún deporte que haga eso.
And no matter what happens with the team, whatever goes on, maybe they have a bad year, the players get in trouble, whatever it is.
No importa qué le suceda al equipo, que los
People
jugadores
just know that this coach is going to lead and pull everybody to the top again. It's going
todo
to
el
happen.
mundo sabe que ese entrenador puede sacarlos a flote.
And that's leadership.
Y eso es liderazgo.
And if you think about how important that is, think
Si
about
piensas qué tan importante es eso,
if you were you had children in school,
si eres
let's say a private school.
niño en una escuela privada, digamos.
There's a principal in here. Is she still here? Where is she?
Aquí hay una directora de un colegio, ¿verdad?
Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay. Tell me if this is true, because I'm conceptualizing and I don't know if it's true.
Dime si es verdad, si eso sucede en un colegio.
But if I was going to send my children
Pero yo iba a mandar a mis hijos
to a school, a private school,
a
any
una
school,
escuela privada,
wouldn't you want to know like who the principal is, what they stand for, what they will fall for? What, you want to get to know.
¿no quieres saber quién es el director, cuáles son los
Your
principios?
parents come in and talk to you.
Yeah.
They want to know things about a little bit about how you philosophy life.
Los
Right?
papás llegan y te preguntan ese tipo de cosas.
You better have that.
Más vale que
So in a company, it's no different.
en una compañía no
At
es
the
nada
end of the day, no
distinto.
matter what happens, leadership is everything. If you can believe in your leadership, you know where you're going to end up.
No importa lo que suceda, si tú tienes un buen liderazgo,
That's
tú
what
sabes hacia dónde
that's
vas.
what and we amazing leadership in this room is a good
Tenemos a grandes líderes en esta habitación.
the type of people that the companies brought in management.
El tipo de gente que la compañía ha traído a este negocio.
Rafael tomorrow, just everything I know about him is amazing. So good guy. So
Gracias.
yeah.
No, it's okay.
You're
Yes, I'm
You have
Jacob.
identity crisis for a moment?
I'm sorry?
Identity crisis. You forgot who Jacob was.
No. I know.
Jacob and I actually bonded last year. I really love this guy. I have a lady friend who's got a child who's autistic.
Bueno, le está hablando de la relación que tenemos, que establecimos el año pasado, y tuvimos una conexión muy bonita porque él tiene una amiga que tiene una hija que tiene autismo y yo también tengo una niña que tiene autismo.
And I got to go to dinner with him and his son, and I connected.
Fuimos a cenar, mi hijo, él y yo,
And
nos
Denise
conectamos.
and her son Jair and EHD.
Denise,
I can't talk about that. This is not saying it works for autism. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that it worked for him. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
It's hard for me to talk about that topic, but yes.
Yeah.
Me cuesta un poco de trabajo hablar de esta institución, pero sí me habló del producto de DHT y me dijo de lo increíble que le había hecho al hijo de su amiga Denise. Tiene un hijo que se llama Yair, que tiene autismo y no es no verbal, no tiene lenguaje. Me platicó la historia de él.
So, I'm joking, he's my buddy.
Sí, bromea conmigo, es mi amigo.
So you have product, you have...
Tienes producto,
You have, what did I say, leadership, compensation,
tienes producto, tienes compensación, tienes liderazgo,
systems, leadership, and then the final thing is culture.
Y la última es cultura.
And Jeff Olson says you could get rid of all the others, and this is everything.
Y Jeff Olson dice, te puedes hacer de todas las demás, pero esto es todo, la
And I
cultura.
don't have to talk about it a lot because it's just the transition from the leadership. It's the same thing for a company. It's what the company stands for.
Dice, es lo que una compañía, por lo que cree en ella.
And I got to tell you, in Colombia, there's I just got to say, when I was in Colombia,
Cuando estuve en Colombia
and I showed up there,
y
and
me presenté ahí,
and we have some people doing a lot of things down there.
y había mucha gente haciendo muchas cosas ahí.
What's amazing is I'd be in rooms, maybe some this size, whatever, and this is our team.
Y estuve en un cuarto similar a este, un poco más pequeño.
I want you to see every single person in the room
Cada persona en la habitación
is a prospect for you.
es un prospecto para mí.
They're not in there. They're not even on the train yet.
Ni siquiera están en Miluk todavía, ni siquiera han sido entrenados.
You've got to get that because when you talk about culture, many of these people who are with other companies that we don't go looking for them, but they find us, they hear about
Sí,
it.
son gente que estaban en otras compañías y tuvimos que ser muy precisos en lo que íbamos a decir, hablarles de la cultura.
Sorry, Patricia, the 15 minutes is.
Perdón, Patricia, por estos 15 minutos extra.
But anyway, this final 5 or 7 minutes could be like change your life. So,
Estos últimos 5 minutos tal vez puedan cambiar tu vida.
but what blew my mind.
Eso es lo que
Is that a cool word?
Eso, yes.
Forever. It was how many people we would talk about money, we would talk about opportunity, lifestyle, those things.
hablamos con la gente sobre oportunidades, estilo de vida y todas esas cosas.
But when we would talk about leadership and culture,
Pero cuando hablamos de liderazgo y de
and the
cultura
values and the system and the loving and caring and sharing and
y
all
las
that.
personas usando el sistema que es amar,
Yeah.
¿cómo es? Amar,
Loving, caring, sharing.
Yeah.
loving, caring and sharing, amar, cuidar y compartir.
And that's where people's heads would start nodding. I'd have people come up to me with tears. They've been looking for something.
Algunas gentes se les rodó las lágrimas y se acercaban a mí.
It was unbelievable. And
Fue
something-
increíble.
And I'm just this. I say what comes to my mind, and I apologize later. So I'm going to say what I'm
Digo lo que se viene a mi mente y después me disculpo.
I talked to a lot of people also that were in there in Mexico, Canada,
Hay
US.
mucha gente aquí en México,
And
Canadá,
sometimes
Estados
we
Unidos.
get on the train, it's like it's just we're comfortable. You know, it's a good
Nos
seat.
subimos a un tren y es realmente muy confortable.
And you know why? The people lose their own vision, their own purpose, their own mindset, what they want. They lose vision of this sometimes. I'm not going to get off in a seminar on this, but I could.
Sí, no voy a especificar demasiado en esto, pero mucha gente pierde la visión y la dirección de
But,
hacia
so
dónde
the
seguir.
newest person in Colombia has a mindset of really connected to what they want, and they see this opportunity coming their way.
La gente que vimos en Colombia son gente que tiene su visión muy clara y que vieron esto como una
And
acción
the
de
thing that
oportunidad.
most important to all of them,
Y lo
they
más
don't
importante de
want,
todo,
they don't, because they've seen it, and Mexico's seen it, big companies, leaders, people that will blow in and out like the wind.
gente
They
que
come in and out
entra y
like
se
the
la lleva el
wind.
viento,
Right?
ellos lo han visto en México.
Right, and they don't have principles based on long term,
Y ellos no tienen como que los principios basados en términos de largo tiempo.
and that's leadership.
Y eso es liderazgo.
So Mexico, you guys are in a position, this
Mexico.
Monterrey, there's so much international, I mean, we're over here today, and everywhere I turn and talking to people.
Sí, nosotros en México somos privilegiados y en la ciudad de Monterrey, que es una ciudad como tan internacionalizada.
So what I'd ask you, I'm going to talk about the sixth, which is, I added it recently.
Dice, no les voy a hablar del sexto principio que lo agregué yo recientemente.
Because what I saw happening in different countries when Nearing opened
Bueno, lo que he visto en los países que hemos estado aperturando,
was this explosive growth.
que es como un crecimiento explosivo.
It's still available, because today we met people that had never heard of Nearing. I have to test it, right?
Sí, y eso lo podemos ver que aún así, al día de hoy sigue siendo una explosión, porque hoy conocemos personas que nunca habían hablado de este proyecto aquí en Monterrey.
Yeah, and so I asked people, do you know anybody in Colombia?
Y le preguntaba a la gente, ¿conoces a alguien en Colombia?
Yeah. How about Argentina, Brazil, Chile, perhaps Panama? Do you know?
Probablemente te conozcas gente de Argentina, Panamá, Brasil.
And they're like, well, actually, I do know some. You know, they're pretty similar. They're like thinking, well, what do you got going? What's going on?
Y todo el mundo decía, de hecho sí conozco a alguien.
And I said, well, do you know anybody in Europe? How about New
¿Conoces a
Zealand?
alguien en Europa?
Maybe Asia? And they're
Tal vez en
like,
Asia.
what are you talking about?
¿De qué me hablas? Me
And
dice.
I said, it's easier to show you than tell you. And I pull my phone out and start showing
Es más fácil.
photos of before and afters of Korea opening, of different things. They start showing things.
Es más fácil mostrarte que decirte. Y saqué mi teléfono y empecé a mostrar imágenes.
So what I'm saying to you, if you're here today, trust me, your neighbor may not know about Miriam. Where's Claudia?
Lo que quiero, Claudia.
Yes, Claudia. Do you mind if I? Puya sponsored her neighbor because she hadn't talked.
Quiero decir
Puya's in California, by the way. He just found it on the internet. And it just, I love picking on her because it's such a great example.
Sí, es un gran ejemplo. Tu vecino puede que no conozca el proyecto. Y un gran ejemplo aquí es Claudia, que fue invitada al negocio por un amigo mío que en California, que lo invitó, que Claudia no le había hablado del proyecto.
Because of time, I didn't ask any more questions, but here's what I say. If you're new,
Si eres nuevo,
or if you're in the business, it can only be 2 years with Miriam.
si llevas ya 2 años en el
The
negocio,
past doesn't matter.
El pasado no importa.
What matters is what your purpose, what your vision, what your dream, why you're sitting here today is what matters.
el propósito es, lo que importa es por qué estás sentado aquí y hacia dónde quieres ir.
I have people every day saying, well, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to give it a try, things of this nature.
He escuchado gente que dice, vamos a ver qué tal nos va, vamos a intentar, vamos a ver qué tal va.
I understand this.
Eso entiendo, yo lo entiendo,
Because it's a clarity of vision issue.
porque es un problema o es una situación de la claridad con la que tengo la visión establecida.
I can tell every single person in this room today that if you get your purpose, your vision clear, and you attach them to where Miriam's going.
Si cada una de las personas que está sentada aquí clarifica bien hacia dónde van y qué es lo que quieren y se aferran al propósito que trae Nerium.
And just to be clear about that, it's like when for me, my purpose and vision was I wanted to make a difference, and I wanted to really, I wanted to feel like my life meant something. And at the moment I entered Miriam, I didn't feel like I had accomplished. Everything was gone.
Sí, cuando entré a Nerium, como todo se me había venido abajo, yo quería volver a ganar lo que tenía ganado y llegar a ser alguien que ya era.
So some of you might be something like maybe you're a disabled child, possibly. Or maybe
Probablemente si alguien aquí,
there's health
digamos, por
issues.
ejemplo, que tengan algún hijo con alguna discapacidad, por
Maybe
ejemplo,
health issues, maybe
o problemas de salud.
I didn't know my mother was going to have a fall and become disabled, and I would have Miriam money to take care of her. I didn't know that before. It's like
Sabía que mi madre, por ejemplo, iba a
maybe
ser.
somebody's stressed out, maybe you're stressed out, maybe your wife's stressed out, maybe your husband's stressed out at work.
A lo mejor tú estás estresado, tu esposo está estresado. en el trabajo.
Whatever it is that emotionally causes you to like think, I've got to do this. If this works, this could change my life. That
Lo
moment
que
you
sea.
decide that.
Lo que sea que tú estés pensando y que digas tú, debo trabajar en esto y que esto puede cambiar realmente mi vida.
And you get that really clear that you don't have to question the leadership. Miriam, Jeff Olson's company is going to be a multi-billion-dollar international, massive company. My opinion, and I really truly believe this, is that it'll be the biggest company in the industry one day. I just
Sí.
believe that.
Si realmente crees en eso, no tendrías ni siquiera que cuestionarte el liderazgo que tiene esta empresa por medio de Jeff Olson y que esta empresa al punto que va a llegar, que yo estoy seguro que en algún día va a ser la empresa número
But
1.
right now, that would take about $14 billion US.
Probablemente ahora serán unos 14 millones, entonces serán 14 millones.
What if I was wrong?
Billones.
And they only get $5 billion. Would that be a shame? Right?
¿Qué pasa si no son 14 millones? Si son 5, tal vez.
So I'm going to end with this.
Terminaré con esto.
So don't just, focus on Colombia. Focus is next.
Enfócate en
Focus on,
Colombia.
Australia just opened
Australia.
a week ago, whatever it was.
Abrió la semana pasada.
There's probably, I don't know the exact number, probably 30 countries coming in the next few years.
Probablemente unos 30 países aperturados en los próximos años.
That's where nobody's in Miriam yet.
Y nadie de ellos está en Miriam.
And the way you get to them is by your neighbor.
Y el modo en el que llegas a ellos es mediante tu
By the
vecino.
person at Starbucks tomorrow.
O la persona en
By
Starbucks
the
mañana.
person you went to college with. By
O la persona con la que fuiste a la escuela.
But your husband's or your wife's cousins.
El esposo o la esposa de tu primo.
That know people in these different places. And also, one last thing is the product line coming of wellness.
Y una cosa más del producto que viene en camino, que es para el bienestar.
It's absolutely huge. And the thing you always have to ask yourself, can I believe in the leadership and do Jeff Olson, and then just run like you're on fire. Go for it.
Y que corras como si estuvieras bajo fuego.
I've never worked harder, been more focused, and been more clear that right now is the time to go.
Nunca he trabajado tan duro ni he estado tan seguro de lo que estoy haciendo.
And so with that, I will say, I'll close with saying this. This is the third close I've made now?
Sí, es la tercera vez que cerraré con esto.
But it's true. I remember I used to sit and stare at the wall and think about my life, where it was at. I used to dream of moments like this, but never knew how it would happen.
Siempre soñé con momentos como este, pero no sabía cómo iban a suceder.
They had started bringing tissues with them at the Colombian meeting, so I kept on, getting emotional
Sí,
about this.
traía pañuelos
Because
en las presentaciones en Colombia porque la gente empezaba
I
a
knew that
llorar.
people's lives that were going to change. I was looking at these people and I was
Porque
just
sabía que
like,
las vidas de esas personas con las que había iba a cambiar,
if they decided to.
si así lo decidían.
And I just say, I used to, people say to me, thanks for coming, and I say, thank you for being here, because this is part of fulfilling my vision and dream, and that's sharing my experience with this business and how it's changed my life. So, awesome, thank you.
La gente me agradecía y yo al final yo les agradecía a ellos por estar ahí y darse la oportunidad de cambiar sus vidas. Así que muchas gracias a ustedes también.